Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopal Jaya Jaya, 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 Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe 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 Govinda, Radhe Govinda Jaya Radhe Gopala, Radhe Govinda Jaya Radhe Gopala, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय गंधर्विका गिरिधारी, गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि। जय गौरानिताय, 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 जय गौरानिताय। गौरंगा नित्यानंद, 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 गौरंगा नित्यानंद गौर हरि। जय सची नंदन गौर हरि। जय गौरानिताय, 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 जय गौरानिताय। जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव। जय भक्तवत्सला श्री बालाजी भूदेवी श्रीदेवी बालाजी जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल श्री श्री गंधर्विका गिरधारी श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय। श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त वत्सला बालाजी की जय। पतित पावन शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। शिल गुरुदेव की जय। सीतानाथ गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all for our Sunday feast program, Srimad Bhagavatam class. So we are very grateful to all the devotees who have assembled here to participate in Sunday feast program. So I always say this, without this I can't stop, that Sunday feast is one program which any devotee who is aspiring to make progress in Krishna consciousness should not miss. I know this is not meant for you because devotees who are not there should listen to this, but I see many devotees who just say that Sunday it is not possible, and they will attend other programs, but Sunday program they will miss. But I think Prabhupada has very well, have made this program where we can have association of devotees, darshan of the deities, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, and have prasadam together, perform seva. So this is a full package which Prabhupada has made for all the devotees who cannot come. Actually, it is Nityam Bhagavat Seva. Every day we should come to temple. But since we are, all have our own commitments, but at least on Sundays, all devotees should come together, assemble, glorify Lord, glorify Srimad Bhagavatam, and get rejuvenated for whole week. So this is very, very much required. So I request all of you to communicate to those who are not there that, this is a very important day for all the devotees that we should come together. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter, 10th and 11th shloka. We are reading today. So, 10th shloka I'll read myself because it doesn't have much purport. And then 11th shloka we'll recite together, okay? So 10th shloka goes like this. Buddhi Veda Prakritaha Utahote Swato Bhavat Panyatam Shrotu Kamanam Gurunam Kulunandanam. Translation. O best of your family, has this pollution of your intelligence been brought about by you or by the enemies? We are all your teachers and are very eager to hear about this. Please tell us the truth. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj's teachers were astonished that a small boy could speak such an exalted Vaishnava philosophy. Therefore, they inquired about the Vaishnavas who stealthily taught it to him in order that these Vaishnavas might be arrested and killed in the presence of Prahlad's father, Hiranyakashipu. I'll recite 11th shloka number 11. I request everybody to repeat. Shri Prahladuvacha Paraswaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Krita Vimohitadhiyam Drishtas Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Prahladuvacha Paraswaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Krita Vimohitadhiyam Drishta Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Prahladuvacha Paraswaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Kritaha Vimohitadhiyam Drishta Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Anybody would like to recite? Shri Prahladuvacha Prahasvaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Kritaha Vimohitadhiyam Drishta Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Anybody else? Sri Prahladuvacha Paraswaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Kritaha Miyomitam Dhiyam Drishtas Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Prahladuvacha Paraswaschetiya Sadgraha Pumsam Yanmayaya Kritaha Vimohitadhiyam Drishta Tasmai Bhagavate Namaha. Word by word meaning. Please repeat after me. Shri Prahladuvacha. Prahlad Maharaj replied, Paraha, an enemy. Swaha, a kinsman or friend. Cha, also. Iti, thus. Asat graha, material conception of life. Pumsam, of the persons. Yat, of whom. Mayaya, by the external energy. Krataha, created. Vimohita, bewildered. Dhiyam, of those whose intelligence. Drishtaha, practically experienced. Tasmai, unto him. Bhagavate, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Namaha, my respectful obeisances. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Prahlad Maharaj replied, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the distinctions of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of man. Indeed, I am now actually experiencing this, although I have previously heard of it from authoritative sources. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 5.1a, 118, Vidya Vinye Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Cheva Shvapakecha Panditasam Darshina. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater outcast. Pandita, those who are actually learned, the equipoised, advanced devotees who have full knowledge of everything, do not see any living entity as an enemy or friend. Instead, with broader vision, they see that everyone is part of Krishna, as confirmed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jivero Swarup Hoye Krishnera Nityadas. Every living entity being part of Supreme Lord is meant to serve the Lord, just as every part of the body is meant to serve the whole body. As servants of Lord, Supreme Lord, all living entities are one, but a Vaishnava, because of his natural humility, addresses every other living entity as Prabhu. A Vaishnava sees other servants to be advanced, that he has much to learn from them. Thus, he accepts all other devotees of the Lord as Prabhus, masters. Although everyone is the servant of the Lord, one Vaishnava servant, because of humility, sees another servant as as his master. Understanding of the master begins with the understanding of spiritual master. Yasya prasadat bhagvat prasado, yasya prasadan nagati kutoapi. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one receives the benediction of Krishna, and without the grace of spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Sakshat dharitvena samasta shastres uktas tathabha vyavit sadbi kintu prabhoryar priya tasya vande guru shri charanaravindam. The spiritual master is to be honored as Supreme Lord because he is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is acknowledged in all revealed scriptures and followed by all authorities. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master who is a bona fide representative of Sri Hari Krishna. The spiritual master, the servant of the God, is engaged in most confidential service of the Lord, namely delivering all the conditioned soul from the clutches of Maya, in which one thinks this person is my enemy and that one is my friend. Actually, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is friend of all living entity, and all living entities are eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Oneness is possible through this understanding, not through artificially thinking that every one of us is God or equal to God. The true understanding is that the God is the Supreme Master and that all of us are servants of the Supreme Lord and are therefore on the same platform. This, this had already been taught to Prahlad Maharaj by his spiritual master Narada. But Prahlad was nonetheless surprised by how a bewildered soul thinks one person his enemy or another his friend. As long as one adheres to the philosophy of duality, thinking one person a friend, another an enemy, he should be understood to be in the clutches of Maya. The Mayavadi philosophers who think that all living entities are God and are therefore one is also mistaken. No one is equal to God. The servant cannot be equal to the master. According to Vaishnava philosophy, the master is one and servants are also one, but distinction between master and servant must continue even in the liberated stage. In the conditioned stage, we think that some living beings are our friends, whereas some others are our enemies, and thus we are in duality. In the liberated stage, however, the conception is that the God is master and that all living entity being servants of the God are one. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurul Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Visham Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate grim yat kripatam mande Shri Guru Din Taranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Srimate Jayapataka Swamini Tanamini Namachara Padaya Gaura Kata Dham Jai Nagara Gamata. Hare Krishna. So we are in the very interesting section of Srimad Bhagavatam. Of course, Srimad Bhagavatam, every part is interesting. But this is one thing which there is so much to learn as a practicing devotees for all of us. We can learn from Prahlad Maharaj. So this chapter name itself is Prahlad Maharaj, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. So the context, which is previous 9 shloka, it goes like that Narad Muni is telling that demons headed by Hiranyakashipu accepted Shukracharya, the priest, and Shukracharya's son Shanda and Amarka lived near, Hiranyakashipu's palace. So Prahlad Maharaj was sent to the ashram of Shanda and Amarka, who were the son of Shukracharya, for teaching various, I believe, Asuric teachings. Like politics and duality and economics, all that stuff. But Prahlad Maharaj was, although he understood everything properly, but he did not took all that inside very seriously, because he was interested in bhakti of Lord Narayana. So which he has got in the womb of his mother by the mercy of his guru, Devrishi Narad. So then once what happens is Hiranyakashipu lovingly, calls his son Prahlad and asks him to sit on his lap, and he wants to know what he has understood in the teacher's ashrama. So Prahlad Maharaj strangely replies that I have learned from my spiritual master, any person who have accepted the temporary body and temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen in the dark well. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying, who has taken this material body, temporary body, he and Grhastha life, he has fallen into a dark well. And one should give up this position and go to forest. And so he is telling his father, who is the, at that moment king of all the 3 words, he is telling that, indirectly he is saying, you are fallen into a dark well. Better you go to forest and perfect your life. And hearing this, Hiranyakashipu, he thinks that, okay, anyway, he's my child, so he just take it very lightly. He doesn't take it very seriously. Of course, next time he takes it more seriously. But here he says that, okay, I think, he looks at Shandaka and Amaraka and he says that, I think my son is a very small child and he is affected by some Vaishnava who is visiting your ashram without your knowledge. So I think what you should do is that, you should keep some security there to understand that if anybody is coming and corrupting the mind of my son, because he is a prince, he has to, he has to rule after this. So immediately what he does is, so he tells to Shandaka and Amaraka that take him back and try to, teach him properly. So now what's happening in 8th, 9th and 10th shlokas, the Shandaka and Amaraka, they are asking Prahlad very lovingly. So what they are thinking is, he's a 5-year-old child, we'll just little pat him and, little bit, try to butter him and all that, and he will tell exactly where he's learning from all this. So they, in 9 shlokas, they say, my dear son Prahlad, all peace and good fortune unto you. Kindly do not speak lie. Please reply with truth. These boys you see are not like you, for they do not speak in a deviant way. How you have learned these instructions? How has your intelligence been spoiled in this way? So they are saying there are other children also. in the same Gurukula, but they are not speaking the way you are speaking. So please tell us, very lovingly they are asking, please tell us the truth. Don't tell us lie, where you have learned all this. Anybody is coming and corrupting you. Who has stolen your intelligence like that? So 10th sloka, which is 10th and 11th, which is the two shlokas today. So there is very interesting word which is there. Buddhi bhed parakrita utaho te swato bhavat. Bhanyatam shrotu kamanam gurunam kulunandanam. O best of your family, has this pollution of your intelligence being brought about you or by the enemies? We are all your teachers and are eager to hear about this. Please tell us the truth. So teachers are saying, okay, you tell us, how this buddhi bhed, the word is buddhi bhed. Buddhi bhed, it is, Prabhupada is translating it as a pollution of intelligence. So they are saying your हिंदी में बोलते ना तुम्हारी बुद्धि किसने भ्रष्ट कर दी है. That's a actual word. बुद्धि भ्रष्ट कैसे हो गई? Like, how your buddhi's intelligence is stolen. So to that, Prahlad Maharaj is replying that we'll just discuss few points from this shloka and then we'll move to this thing. So important one which I felt in this shloka was buddhi bheda. Actually, we all know that our intelligence has some work to do. Like mind has some work to do. What is the work of mind? Who will tell? So willing, desiring, like those kind of the, are acts of our mind. But what is the work of intelligence? To do what is right and wrong. The intelligence is the one which will tell the mind that what is right, what is wrong. Unfortunately, at the moment our situation is otherwise. We are totally driven by our mind. At the mind will go on the road, see one nice car advertisement and immediately we'll start meditating, how can I buy that car? Or some, phone, new phone has come. We don't require a phone, but our mind, through the senses, we have just seen that there is some advertisement of a phone. And of course, some beautiful woman is standing along with that. So, so immediately our mind will say, since this woman is beautiful, she will be intelligent also. So, since she is promoting this phone, we should take that phone, right? So, or car or bike or whatever. So, in bike advertisement, what is the use of girls standing next to that? I don't understand, but that's how they use they corrupt the mind of, everybody. So minds, the intelligence work is to, differentiate between what is good, what is right, what is wrong. That is the work of the intelligence. But when the intelligence is stolen, like buddhi bheda. So here, actually, Shanda and Amraka is saying that your intelligence is stolen because you're not talking like how a Asura child is supposed to speak. You are not speaking like that. And what our Prahlad Maharaj is replying is also very interesting. We all know this shloka in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 10th shloka, Tesham satatayuktanam bhajtam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yen mam upayantite. What is Krishna saying is, to those who are constantly, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. If anybody is, devotee to the Lord, priti purvakam, lovingly is serving the Lord, then what Krishna is giving guarantee? I'll give you the understanding with which you will come to me. So here, Dadami Buddhi Yogam, Prabhupada is translating as the understanding with which you will, come to Krishna. So now the question is that if we are really want to use our intelligence properly, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to serve the Supreme Lord. We are supposed to meditate upon the Lord. Then automatically our intelligence is, intelligence is purified. Otherwise, in this association of this material association, there are chances that our intelligence will not be, working properly. And in today's world, we see that, intelligence is totally stolen, So Radheshyam Prabhu, in one of his lectures, he tells a very interesting story. He says that once a mother, she took his child. He was a very, like maybe Prahlad Maharaj age of child, 5-year, 6-year child. So she went to the teacher in the school and she's saying that you teach him all the skills life skills which are required to, to lead a very, what do you say, opulent life. Like we all tell our children, no, you study properly, after that you do engineering, you do medical, you do CA, and after that, that is the thing we say that, being a devotee also we say the same thing only. So we say to our children that, oh, no, you have to earn well. Only the conditions will apply. After that, you can serve the Lord properly. So we are also, little bit, we sugarcoat our material desires and we tell our, luckily my son is not sitting here, so I can say all this. In front of him, I have to tell, no, you have to study. So the point is that, that mother goes to teacher and she says that, okay, you teach him some nice skills and all that. Don't teach him all these moral values. In today's schools, no moral value subject is that kids are also not taking it seriously. They will, anyway, that subject, no exam is there. So, is as if moral values are not required. Character is not required at all in today's world. So, that teacher gives, teachers tells that mother that, okay, I'll tell you one story. So, if there is a village, in that village there are two doctors, One is a general physician, other one is a London return, surgeon or something like, very skilled. But the problem is that this London return surgeon, he does the stealing of kidney. He steals the kidney and he, sells it at a higher price. So he is asking the mother, so whom you will go for the treatment? So she says that I will go to the, general physician. It is fine. But what about the skills? The skill is there with the other doctor, London return doctor. He has the skills. So then she says, she thinks that she said, no, what I will do is I'll go to that London return doctor and I will try to tell him that, this is wrong. This is, it is not correct. It is morally wrong to do all these things. So the teacher says, okay, so do you think that person will listen to you? Do you think that person does not know what is right, what is wrong? He doesn't know that he is doing the smuggling of kidney and liver and all that, and it is a bad thing. He is a qualified doctor. He has studied for many years. Still he knows. But what is the problem is that his intelligence is stolen. He is just going by this thing that, and there is no character. Because when intelligence is there, then only we will have character. We will know what is values of in life. So then she says that, okay, I think, so she says, no, he will not listen to me, I agree. So then the teacher says that, okay, what if I tell this doctor, general physician, to go along with the kidney surgeon and stand there as a, so that the kidney surgeon is not doing, will you still take the treatment? She says, yes, I will take the treatment. So the point here is that, we require both in our life. We require skill, competence, as well as we need character also. And how the character will come? Character will come by reading these scriptures. That's why we read scriptures, that scriptures give us this intelligence that, how the great souls have led their life with the proper values, with proper being in satoguna, with the honesty, with truthfulness. So if those values, in today's world, that is the biggest problem that we all see, that why the society has gone down so much is that, we are not reading our scriptures. And because of that, our intelligence is not there. It is in the dormant stage. Intelligence has no role only in today's world to play. Intelligence just, it gets, totally get carried away by mind. So mind is driving us that we need more money, we need more, bigger house, bigger car, bigger things. But we don't, what value of life, how our life should be led, that's all is, not there. So the problem is that, to build a character, we require patience. To lead a life which is full of character, which is full of, values, it requires a lot of patience. Unfortunately, in today's world, we all don't have patience. We go to outside to distribute books and we tell anybody you buy our Bhagavad Gita and small books and all that. What is the standard answer we get? We don't have time. Or we don't already have the book. Means already have the book means you are having the book, but are you utilizing it? I was standing, I think one of the youth team members was standing on the Janmashtami day here. So he was giving the book when I was doing Shadari Sevas. So I was seeing when Prabhu was giving Bhagavad Gita, everybody was saying, I have Bhagavad Gita. Then immediately that Prabhu was asking next question. Mataji or Prabhuji, whoever, are you reading this Bhagavad Gita, Mataji? So, or Prabhuji, so then that she was, answer would be, no Prabhu, we don't have time. So that's the standard answer we give is that we don't have time. But if we know that what is the right thing for us, what is the goal of our life, if we know that, then we will take out time. See, at the moment we have understood is our goal of life is, if I earn well, I will lead a meaningful life. If I have a bigger house, I will be more respected in this society. That is the meaning of life. And that's for that I am doing out of the way, I am going and trying to earn more and lead this thing. But as if by reading scriptures, what we do is we are sharpening our intelligence, that this human form of life is not meant to be spoilt like this. It is, we have, after 84 lakh species of life, we have got this human form of life, so we cannot afford to waste this life like this. So there is a story like this, that once there was a jamidar or a landlord. So he had a lot of trees, so he told one woodcutter that you go and cut the trees. So he gave him some target that, okay, 3 trees a day you should cut. So this woodcutter was cutting the trees. First day he cut 3 trees. Then the owner was very happy. He gave him some money. Next day he thought, okay, if I cut more, I will get more money. So he cut 4 trees. Jamidar gave him some more money. Then after some, next day he told, okay, let me cut 5 trees. And he is giving, he got the more money. So now he's thinking, okay, next day let me cut the 6 trees because I'll get more money. But he's putting same effort he is putting, but trees he is not able to cut the trees. So he is thinking, oh, what happened? Next day again it is reducing, it is started reducing more and more. So he's thinking, what has happened? I'm putting the same hard work, but I am not able to cut the same trees. What do you think was the reason? Why? Axe has lost its sharpness. It is not, it has to be sharpened. So Jamidar says to the woodcutter that you should sharpen your axe. And what replies is, I don't have time. I can't waste my time. That's what we all do, Because if we are not sharpening our axe with which we are going to cut this knot of material, bondage, then it is not possible to get out of the cycle of birth and death. So even Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, no, with the axe of knowledge, you cut the bondage. That's what Krishna says in 10th chapter, right? So to cut that axe, which will cut our material bondage in this world, that axe has to be sharpened. And that axe will be sharpened by knowledge. We should have the knowledge. If we are doing bhakti at a very sentimental level, of course we are not like, Gyanis and, we are reading and trying to come to the, we are following bona fide spiritual master, our Acharyagan, we know the absolute truth, but still, we need to acquire that knowledge. I always say that Prabhupada say in his lecture, people say the God is great, but how great is God, they don't know. So to know the greatness of God, we need to read scriptures. We need to hear Krishna Katha. So, and sharpen our intelligence. So here, this Prahlad Maharaj, is, this Shanda and Armaraka, they are using the word Buddhi Bhed. But now, Prahlad Maharaj, very intelligently, he is replying the answer. And, how a devotee speaks, that Prahlad Maharaj is the best example of that. So what is he saying? Prahlad Maharaj is saying, let me offer my respectful obeisances to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So first thing he is doing is, he is offering the obeisances to Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is doing that. So see the mindset of a pure devotee. Even if he is talking to his, Prabhupada didn't translate Shanda and Amarka, the word Guru, as a spiritual master. He has translated the word for Shanda and Amarka, he is using the word teachers. Because they are giving material knowledge. They are not giving spiritual knowledge. So Prabhupada also, how intelligently he translates each and every word, we should really, admire that. I was just reading, I didn't realize that Prabhupada was saying, then when I was thinking in my mind that I will speak spiritual master Shanda and Amarka, then I realized it's mentioned teachers. It's not mentioned spiritual, because Guru we generally translate, because that's our common term we use. So we'll translate Guru as, spiritual master. That's what we do. But anybody who's giving us spiritual material knowledge, he's a teacher. He's not our spiritual master. And later, what he says that I've already got this knowledge from my spiritual master. So he's, for Narad Muni, he's saying, he is my, through that Prabhupada is translating. He's using same word, Guru here and there also. But Prabhupada is translating, for Narad Muni is translating spiritual master. For Shanda and Amarka, Prabhupada is translating teachers. So, and the pure devotee's mindset, if we see, He's just saying that, how, first he's saying, but he's answering keeping Lord in mind. That's how our thought process ideally should be. So what he's saying, let me offer my respectful obeisances to Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose external energy has created the distinction of my friend and my enemy by deluding the intelligence of man. So here also, because his teachers have told him Buddhi Bheda, means who has polluted your intelligence. So what Prahlad Maharaj is saying? It is the Supreme Lord whose Maya bewilders the living entity. By that Maya only Lord thinks this is a living entity thinks this is my friend and this is my enemy. So how Prahlad Maharaj has twisted the answer, keeping Lord in the mind and keeping Lord in the picture, and Lord's Maya also. Maya is not saying that Maya is independent. Maya he is saying is Lord's Maya. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, no, mama maya duratyaya. My maya is very difficult to overcome. That's what Krishna says. Mameve ye prapadyante maya metam taranti se. So whoever surrenders to me, for him to overcome maya is very difficult. So now indirectly he's saying to his teachers that, they are like totally bewildered by the maya of the Lord Narayana, that they are asking me, is our enemy coming here and he is corrupting your mind? They don't know that at a spiritual platform, there is no difference between a friend and an enemy. And that's why first thing Prabhupada is quoting in the purport is Vidya Vinye Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Cheva Shvapakecha Pandita Samdarshana. A humble sage by the virtue of true knowledge. So Prabhupada uses the word wise. He is saying by virtue of true knowledge, a humble sage does not differentiate between a dog, a sage, an elephant, a dog eater. He doesn't make any difference. So the knowledge which we were discussing earlier, that how the intelligence of a living entity has to be sharpened, it is through knowledge. So what is the, Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitram Idam. What is the king of knowledge? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, no, that this is the knowledge. The knowledge that identifying ourselves, not as a, body, but as the soul. That is the knowledge which Krishna is, which Prahlad Maharaj is talking about. So this Maya of the Lord is actually very difficult to overcome. And so there is a very interesting story how this Maya is. That once Narad Muni, actually wanted to, has got some, he told Lord Narayana that I want to experience your Maya. So Lord Narayana says, don't fall into trap. This Maya is, he thought, I am the greatest devotee of the Lord. No, what will Maya have effect on me? So it is, for me, Maya will not have any effect on me. So then Lord Narayana and Narad Muni, they are walking. Suddenly Lord Narayana says, I am feeling thirsty. So Narad, can you please bring some water for me? So then, Narad Muni immediately becomes very happy, opportunity to serve Lord. So he said, he tries to search some water body. So he goes to nearby village. There is a well there. And there were some beautiful ladies, they are taking the water out. So as soon as Narad Muni sees these beautiful ladies, one of the lady he gets very much, attracted to. So Maya had started putting effect on Narad Muni. So Narad Muni says, and so that lady, she becomes very conscious that Narad Muni is staring at her. So immediately she fills her water pot and she starts running, because she immediately understands that Narad Muni is becoming lusty. So then he goes and she starts running and Narad Muni is running behind her. And see a sage with you can imagine with the veena or, and he's running behind this thing. This can happen with Lord's Maya only, right? So then he goes to the home of that lady. And, lady immediately out of fear, she enters into the house. And she tells his father that whatever sadhu is running behind me, can you please? So father comes out and he starts, what is the problem? Why you are running behind my girl, my daughter? So he says, no, I am very much attracted by the beauty of your daughter. So I want to marry her. So immediately that person becomes very, happy. He says, oh, like some sage is asking and coming for my daughter's hand. So he says, okay, why not? So when you want to get married, he says, immediately, let's arrange marriage. So immediately a marriage is arranged. Narad Muni and that girl gets married, and so then that girl's father makes one nice house nearby, gives him field and all that. And Narad Muni starts doing cultivating field and all that. He's busy in all that. That Veena is lying somewhere in the corner in that hut, and he's doing. Then slowly what happens is they both get children. Those children are also, they start growing up. Narad Muni is busy, and he's growing the field, and he's running his family. One day what happens is there is heavy rains, and suddenly the river nearby starts flooding, and immediately the flood comes. Narad Muni starts running for his life, and he carries both of his three children, whatever, 2, 3 children. His wife he holds. Everybody is running. Whole village is running for their life. Narad Muni is also running for his life. And then after some time, the water becomes so much, both the children, he loses their hands also. And though he sees his children are drowning in the water, he starts crying, oh, what happened to my children? They are crying. He loudly, somehow he holds his wife, he's taking his wife, running for this thing, but flood water is increasing. And after some time, wives also starts drowning. And after some time, wives also drowns, and and Narad Muni is crying loudly, and immediately with the big wave of the water, he is thrown out of this thing, and he starts calling Narayan, Narayan, because that is this. As soon as he calls Narayan, Narayan, he sees he is sitting in front of Lord Narayana. And Lord Narayana, he says, I have sent you to bring water. Where is my water? So Narad Muni immediately thinks, where is my wife? Where are my children? Lord Narayana says, I have sent you to bring water. Where is my water? He's saying. Then he immediately understood, Lord, I have really understood what your Maya is. He falls at the feet of this thing. I don't want to test your Maya. Anybody, nobody in this world can understand, your Maya. Who am I? I am this thing. So so being a devotee, we should not ever have proud. I am chanting, I will not come under the effect of Maya. It is, if Narad Muni can come under the effect of Maya, who are we? He is, Brahma. We know the Brahma Vimohan Leela. Lord Shiva, he is running behind Mohini. Who in this world can say that I am not affected? I can overcome Maya. So it is very difficult to overcome Maya. That's why the devotee of the Lord, they understand very well, and they don't want to play around with Maya. They humbly pray to Lord, please don't put me under Maya. I am very fallen. I am not capable of, I cannot overcome this Maya with my own capacity. So devotees should always remember that, our circle of protection is the association of devotees. Because Prabhupada, if you see, Prabhupada, after telling this, the humble sage by the virtue is not able to, he doesn't differentiate. Prabhupada is very clearly saying that does not mean, when you say, okay, dog eater, elephant, sage, all are equal. I can put dog also into my altar and start worship because they all are equal. They are equal to Lord Narayana. So that kind of understanding, Vaishnavas don't believe in that. And Prabhupada is, wherever he gets opportunity, he basically denies that philosophy that we should not get carried. Everybody is one. Jiva and the Lord Ishvara is one. So, so that people, by this shloka, people may get bewildered also, no? They may think everybody is equal. So that means God and Jiva is also equal. That's why Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport that, every Vaishnava, every living entity is actually the Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishner Nityadas. Everybody is the servant of the Lord. All of us are, every living entity is the servant of the Lord. But one servant calls the other servant of the Lord as Prabhu. So what is the meaning of word Prabhu? Master. Although I am also servant, you are also servant, but you are my master. So what happens is, for Vaishnavas, for us, initially we don't have that understanding that, so when we come in Krishna consciousness, it's very easy to accept the fact that, everybody is Prabhu. Because that time we don't have any knowledge. We are thinking that, okay, I am the most fallen, everybody else, they are doing, they are worshipping Lord, they are doing chanting. I am the only one who doesn't know anything. So initially we will accept very nicely. Everybody is Prabhu. Everybody is Prabhu, Mataji, we will, it is really internally we are saying this. It's not that we do initially, we do artificially. No. We really believe that everybody else is knowledgeable. But after some time, we read Bhagavad Gita once, few cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, one or two chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita. After that, we believe I have understood everything. Now I start observing that Prabhu, he was looking at the Lord, but he was doing something else. Oh, that Prabhu, he does nice seva, cooking he does nicely, but he doesn't know how to sing. I can sing so nicely. When I sing, whole temple hall vibrates. But when others sing, that Prabhu was singing today, there was no this thing. No, by the way, today it was very nice Kirtan, Prabhu. Very vibrating. Who all was there initially? Hats off, Prabhu. It was very vibrating Kirtan. So the thing is that, no, so we start, observing other Vaishnavas. That, oh, that person, he is so many years, he is first initiated, he is second initiated, he is, initiating Guru, he is not, that sannyasi is initiating Guru, this sannyasi is not initiating Guru, so he is lower, that is higher. Our thought process starts becoming that. So, and that's where our, fall down starts. And we start losing interest in our this thing, in our bhakti, slowly. So what happens is that, that's why Prabhupada is touching first that everybody should be seen equal. Then he's saying everybody is a servant of the Lord. That means everybody is, Then he's saying that we should not mistake that all other servants of the Lord are also same as me. And specifically he touches that spiritual master. Because spiritual master is also servant of the Lord. I am also servant of the Lord. So we both are there. So I am equal to Guru. My spiritual master and my level is same. What is there? He just came some years before only. He had the advantage of coming some year. He came in 70s, so he had many followers. After a few years, I will also have many followers. What's the big deal about it? So that as soon as, so our offense starts with a very basic thing that, I am better than others. I am better than other Vaishnavas. I am better than Guru. Then after some time I will start thinking, I am better than Krishna also. Because Krishna is just, he was stealing butter. I am not doing stealing butter. He was doing Ras Leela with other girls. I am not doing all that. So Krishna is also, I am better than Krishna also. That's how it starts actually. And that's how, fall down starts. So, that's why all acharyas, even if you see Dhruva prayers, Prahlad's prayers, Vritasura prayers, every prayers, what they are saying, give us the association of Vaishnavas. When the Lord is asking them to give benediction, ask for benediction, what they are saying is, give us the association of devotees. But for us, that becomes the biggest problem. Because in bhakti, the biggest problem is to how to stay with devotees. Because this buddhi bhed, our intelligence, we are trying to segregate between this devotee, that devotee. He is a senior, he is a junior, he is Kanishta, he is Madhyama, he is Uttama. Do we have intelligence first of all to identify? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at different stages, he told different things of Vaishnava. But first time when he was asked, he told that anybody who is chanting the name of the Lord is a Vaishnava. If we remain at that platform by looking at all other Vaishnavas, anybody who is chanting the name of the Lord is a Vaishnava, then our spiritual life will be very smooth. If we don't try to judge others, by their externals and by their, this thing, because we try to judge others, okay, if they are doing certain seva, and what will happen is most of the time problem is that I do some particular seva very well. So my criteria is anybody else is doing that seva properly or not. I have interest in chanting. So that means chanting is the only way with which perfection can be achieved. I've seen many times people say, Prabhu, you are chanting. Then I told, oh, Prabhu, I am only able to chant 16 rounds. Prabhu, I am chanting 64 rounds if you don't chant. Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told, where the lakhs names of Lord is being taken, that only person can achieve. So Prabhu indirectly is saying, you will not achieve perfection. I will achieve perfection. I am doing 1 lakh names of the Lord. As per Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction, I am following very clearly, but you are not following. But we have Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, and any of the Prabhupada writes in the purport that anybody who has achieved, and even one of that perfectly anybody is doing, of course, we are supposed to do all. But, because of our conditioning, sometimes we have taste in certain particular type of, devotional service. So we cannot say that since I know that, I have interest, then you are also supposed to do that only. Was being a devotee, what our duty is that we should identify what is a particular person's interest and accordingly we grow him. And simultaneously, anyway, the devotee will get the knowledge and he will understand that all other angas of bhakti are also equally important. And if we follow those, automatically we will achieve, perfection. But our criteria is that, we will, only what I tell you, specifically the people who are preachers have this problem. We all have this problem that we want the person who is coming to Krishna awareness should do the way I am telling. You are supposed to do this only because this is what I like. This is how I am trying to achieve perfection. You also can achieve perfection through that only. But that's a little bit, I think preachers should be very, very careful to identify what a person has. Sometimes because of conditioning. See, sometimes people have interest in, because of their previous musical interest, they pick up very fast kirtan and all that. I may be very bad in kirtan, but then I may say that, no, kirtan is not only japa. Or only Bhagavatam, if you have read 10 times. Guru Maharaj has read Chaitanya Charitamrita 108 times. So if you read, so the person may not have interest in reading. He may be reading maybe 1 page, 2 page every day, but he may be doing kirtan for hours together. So is there anything wrong in that? I personally don't. We can encourage them that, Prabhu, Mataji, you are supposed to read Bhagavatam also every day. You are not reading enough. Or chanting is Prabhupada has told like this, that our bhakti is dependent on chanting. But if a person is trying to achieve perfection, we should encourage. We should not discourage them that okay, so I cannot, I have no interest in reading Bhagavatam, so that means I am gone. We should encourage them in such a way. We can have some reading sessions so that they develop. But, don't discourage other devotees when they come to Krishna consciousness that, okay, no, this is the only way. So that based on their, conditioning and based on their previous they may. But holy name or devotional service is so purifying. A person, like we know the story of Mrigari, right? Mrigari was killing, he is a hunter, he is killing the animals half. So abominable. He's doing that. And after that, what happens is, by the mercy of Narad Muni, he chanted the name. Narad Muni told, you go sit in front of Tulasi and you chant the holy name. And Mrigari is asking, who will feed me? He is saying, Lord will take care, you don't worry. So both husband and wife, they sit in front of Tulasi and they are chanting the name of the Lord. And after that what happens is, all the villagers are saying, oh, see, a hunter has got so much transformation has happened. So we will give him, so they are bringing food, vegetables and, all other things. And now Mrigari has too much. He's not able. He's telling you, take back, we do 2 of us, how much we need. So the thing is, the holy name or the devotional service is so purifying. Then, even by, even if we are doing sincerely, automatically this, we will get purified. So we already know there is a shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yan nam shruti matrena puman bhavati nirmala tasya tirtha padaha kimva dasa nam avashishyate. So yan nam shruti matrena puman bhavati nirmala. So, but just by hearing the holy name of the Lord, puman bhavati nirmala means purified. A person can get purified. Then what to talk about those people, who are the servant of the Lord, just by simply chanting the name of the Lord, a person can be purified. Then what about the servants of the Lord who have dedicated their life to Krishna? That's why I was bringing that point that, being a Vaishnava, we should not look at the faults of others. We should just look at the good qualities of others, because that will encourage us to make progress. So if a person is not dear to Vaishnava, that person cannot become dear to spiritual master. And if a person is not dear to the spiritual master, that person cannot become dear to Krishna. So whole our key to our spiritual life, key to Krishna, it starts from the other Vaishnavas. So Vaishnava Aparad is one thing which can Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, it will take away from the root, as an elephant takes out this thing, our bhakti will get spoiled by doing Vaishnava Aparad. So sometimes because of our conditioning, we have that habit. Because if we don't criticize others, we don't be able to digest the food. In the material world, it's like that. If you want to have friends in material world, You know what you have to do? In office, what happens is, if you want to have, that's how the corporate world works, right? You go with some of the people and you sit, this boss is like that, he's like that lady is like that person is like that. So we got so much habituated to it. In spiritual life also we did the same thing. That Mataji is like that, she was dressed like that, Prabhu was dressing like this, his dhoti was not clean, and he was speaking like this, he was singing like this. So we are so much conditioned. But always remember that, if we are not dear to the Vaishnavas around, we cannot be dear to spiritual master. We have to become Guru Sevi, not Guru Bhogi. For us, what is the idea of this thing is that since I am expecting Vaishnavas to act particular way, after some time I will expect Guru also to act certain way. Okay, Guru Maharaj is not doing this, I think, because our understanding, after doing Vaishnava Aparadh, every our knowledge, Maya Aprata Jnana ho jata hai. Right? No? Maya will steal away our knowledge. We start looking as a first step, we are looking all the Vaishnavas at ordinary people. Next step, we'll start looking at spiritual master also an ordinary person. We say, okay, he is also sick like us. He is also having difficulty. He is also doing the same thing. So what is the difference? Actually, there are 5 things I had noted down, which are, correct. So there are 5 things which even holy name cannot correct if we are having that. First thing is treating Guru like a normal person. If we are treating like an ordinary person, because if we are Jadabuddhi, we will be thinking he is also like us, he is also falling sick, he also needs help, he also sleeps, he also has stomach upset like me, he is also not able to, so we start looking Guru as oh, he is like this. So that is the first thing. Second thing is treating deities as a normal stone, metal or wood. So if we don't have the actual understanding that which is Lord, which is standing in front of me is the Supreme Lord himself. He has come there to, out of mercy he is standing there to just give me his, his mercy. Then we will, that is the offense which even holy name cannot purify. Third thing is treating prasadam as a normal food. Because prasadam is the mercy of the Lord. Lord has, taken part of that food. And it has been purified. It has become prasadam, mercy of the Lord. And if we are treating that as a normal food, then it's an offense. Treating charnamrit as normal water, So this charnamrit, which is offered at the lotus feet of the Lord, it has been, it has become the amrita, nectar. So treating that as a water, because sometimes we come in temple, a lot of people are very hesitant. They don't take. I remember sometimes Janmashtami last year I have done the sevas. So some people are very hesitant because they will think this water, I don't know if it is a Bisleri water or not. Right? If it is ordinary tap water, then what will happen? I will become sick, right? That thoughts come, right? Sometimes. So, so like that. And fifth thing, offense is treating Vaishnavas with jati buddhi. He's trying to treat Vaishnava as okay, if he's really a Brahmana or not, he's a lower caste, he still is going in the altar and he's worshipping, that kind of thought. A lot of people, because of our previous conditioning, we start looking at Vaishnavas. So that may not be, we may not have the jati buddhi, but we still may think, what does he know? He came after me, now he's in the altar, he's worshipping. Temple is very partial, they do all these things, temple management does this, all those thoughts we bring. We are not thinking that, being a Vaishnava means seeing some other Vaishnava progressing, we should feel happy. Chaitanya Charitamrita is full of this. When Ramanand Rai was embraced by, what is that king? Pratap Rudra. When he was embraced by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after so much of deliberation, so that, see, if you see, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going for South Indian Yatra, that time Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya says that you meet Ramanand Raya. Or it was Swarup Damodar, I think it was Swarup Damodar told, or it was Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya only, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya told, you meet Ramanand Raya. Ramanand Raya, what is he doing when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet King Pratap Rudra? Then Ramanand Raya is trying to facilitate this thing. So, and when this, what was the Chota Haridas, right? He did during the South Indian Yatra, then other Vaishnavas are coming and telling, why don't you give his mercy to this, this boy? He was with you for so long. And like that. So Vaishnavas are the only hope. If you see, read Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's a practical implementation of our devotional service, actually speaking. Whatever is given in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, that we have to see and read Chaitanya Charitamrita, how the Vaishnavas are behaving. That Mukunda it was, right? Mukunda was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will not see his face for thousands of, Janma. And he's dancing. Oh, at least thousands of life later, I will see, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will see me. So, and then all other Vaishnavas are going and telling, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy and he embraced, right? So, how it is happening? Whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is teaching us that it is only Vaishnavas who will take us to near to the Lord. Or spiritual master, Raghunath Das Goswami, like Chaitanya, when he went to Panihatti time, he's going to, Nityananda Prabhu and paying obeisances from far. So he's saying, oh, you want to have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without my permission? You cannot have. And he gave the mercy. He kept his this thing. So whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is teaching us that only by Vaishnava's mercy we will be able to get this thing. So don't undermine the Vaishnavas this thing. I have my own connection with the Lord. I am going to have established my connection of the Lord. Many times I see devotees, they say, I don't like to be with devotees because there is so much problem. I agree, it is problem. It is not easy to stay with devotees. I fully agree with that. I also face the same problem. But the thing is, scriptures are very clear that only hope for devotees, Vaishnavas, is other Vaishnavas. It is by the mercy of other Vaishnavas only, we can achieve Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna will not accept us. Do you think we are so much purified that Krishna will accept us? But, highest spiritual master will recommend. We always say, only by Prabhupada. This is many times when we are devotee community, we discuss that, I don't think I am qualified. Maybe we may be saying externally, we may not be internally, we may think I am fully qualified. But externally say, I am not qualified, Prabhu, I am not qualified, Krishna will not accept me. Then what the immediate thought which comes into our mind is that Prabhupada will take me. My spiritual master will take me. Radharani will take me. So they are the devotees of the Lord. They will recommend, and Krishna cannot say no. Otherwise, he has his own criteria. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam satah bhajamyam. Whatever is your level of surrender, I will reciprocate accordingly. He is very clear. So I don't know if that level of surrender we have. If you have, then you are very lucky. At least I don't have. So what is the only hope for us is my spiritual master, my Shiksha Guru Prabhupada, and my, by the mercy of Radharani. By the way, Radha Rashmi is coming next Sunday. So on behalf of Revati Mataji, I'll tell, please be ready. Various services are there. Please participate. And that day, please come and attend. Because Radharani is even more merciful than Krishna. If she says, Krishna will never say no. So Vaishnavas, for now, the problem is that are we qualified to say Radharani also? We don't know. So only hope for us is the Vaishnavas which are around us, they are our hopes. So please, we all should, I'm not just saying to you, I'm saying for me also, we all should work on having loving relationship with devotees. If you have any issues sometimes with the devotees, so that point of time also what we can do is, we can still have a loving, safe distance. Sometimes nature doesn't match to other devotees, right? We can still, but still we should not disrespect them. We should not say that, ye to aise hi hai, ye to aise hi hai, So that will not help us. So here, Prabhupada is trying, we have that ceremony also, correct? Do we have that ceremony? Some award ceremony is there, correct? Do we have to finish early? Or we have, Mataji? What time it is? Can I continue or shall I stop? Okay, so nobody knows. I've seen in the schedule that Bharat what contest, some felicitation ceremony is there. So the problem is that, we all know, please tell me if we have to stop early, I will stop. That Rup Goswami, we know that pastime of Rup Goswami, right? So Rup Goswami, he was meditating upon the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, And that point of time, one Vaishnava, one Brahmana, he was passing from there and he was limping. So Rup Goswami, he is in meditation. He is meditating upon the Radha and Krishna Leela. And they are there, Radha and Krishna, and along with Sakhis, they are doing some mischief. So that point, so Rup Goswami, being there, Manjari, being a Manjari there, he starts laughing because he is part of the Leela. At that point of time, when Brahmana sees that Rup Goswami is laughing, he thinks that Rup Goswami is laughing at my limping, because he was a lame person. So he becomes, from in the deep heart, he gets offended because he thinks Rup Goswami is such a great Vaishnava. How can he laugh at me? So he goes from there. But effect of that is that immediately, this Rup Goswami Samadhi breaks. From the spiritual world, he comes back to material world. And he is not able to meditate again on that Leela, or any Leela rather. So he becomes very disturbed. He goes to Sanatan Goswami and he asks, to his brother Sanatan Goswami, and he says, I don't know what's happening. I'm not able to meditate upon the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Then Sanatan Goswami says that maybe you have offended some Vaishnava. So, Rup Goswami says that I have not done knowingly anything like that. So then he said, maybe unknowingly you have done. You do one thing, you arrange a feast, you call all the Vaishnavas. And the person who is not coming to your feast, you can understand that that person is offended. So he does the same thing. He calls on the Vaishnava and that Brahmana doesn't come there. So immediately Rup Goswami, he understands that this is the person, because of that, so he goes to that Brahmana and he says that, are you angry with me? Are you upset with me? So he says, yes, I felt bad because you were laughing at me other day. Then Rup Goswami falls at his feet and says, no, I was not laughing at you. I was just in the meditation. So sometimes what happens is, knowingly, unknowingly also, if we end up doing any, Vaishnava aparadh, then, so our bhakti gets affected. So we should be very, very careful with dealings with the Vaishnavas. It's like a double-edged sword, So we will, we need Vaishnavas. Without Vaishnavas, we don't need. We cannot do anything. But at the same time, when we get close to Vaishnavas, then we end up doing more aparadh. Right? So it's a double-edged sword. You have no option. Without that also, you cannot do anything. With them also, anyway, it's a more problem. Because dealing with Vaishnavas is not easy. So our familiarity breeds contempt. That happens most of the time when dealing with Vaishnavas. Because sometimes we become familiar, then we start making jokes with Vaishnavas and like a normal friends. And it goes on also fine sometimes, but sometimes while speaking we don't know. We may say something that that may offend a particular Vaishnava, or we can do something. So one thing which we should always do is that it's very safe to have a loving, respectful relationship with devotees. Even if they are neophyte devotees, if they are new devotees. Actually, sometimes new devotees are more sincere than the, already actually speaking. My spiritual guide, Srivas Prabhu, always say this, that, if you want to remain enthusiastic in your spiritual life, be with the new devotees. When you are with new devotees, seeing their enthusiasm, our enthusiasm keep on going. But if we are with all our peers, so everybody will make you puff up. Yeah, Prabhu, you are a great, you speak nicely, you give nice class, and then we will be also puffed up like that. But when we see that, how new devotees, how they give respect to others, how they are doing chanting, how sincerely they are reading, how they are respecting all other Vaishnavas, then we do introspect that I have lost all that. I have lost that enthusiasm which was there. All of us, we remember our initial days, right? We always say that those days how we were in initial days of our bhakti, same things we don't get later. That happens actually. At least I have that. I'm not sure if everybody has. I always see that enthusiasm we don't have now. That fire which we had now, because now we do more Vaishnava aparadh. We think what happens is, thanks to Iskcon structure, preaching and all that, we will get into, then everybody will come and say, Prabhu, you are great, because of you only we are in bhakti. That's all, we start flying. Because of me, so many devotees are there, and that's all. Ultimately, it is causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna. Anybody is becoming devotee. Don't ever, preachers, this is a message for all of us, preachers, including I'm saying for myself, that, sometimes you get carried away that, I am making devotees, actually it's not the fact. It's all Krishna's mercy upon them. They have Sukriti. There was supposed to be some medium, and we become the medium for that. So don't think that, now I have made this person devotee, now he is my slave. Dasa, real word. He got Dasa name from Guru because of me. So now he is my Dasa also. He is just Dasa to spiritual master. He is just Dasa to Krishna. So if with that understanding we will have this in our spiritual life, then we will be able to this thing. At last, I just want to touch upon one interesting aspect of, because Prahlad Maharaj is talking about Maya and we touched upon Maya. In Chatur Shloki, Bhagavatam, which Lord tells to Brahma, in that second sloka of that this thing, Lord is talking about what the Maya is, right? So the shloka 2, second canto, 9th chapter, 34th shloka, it says, Rite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tat vidyad atmano mayam yatha bhaso yatha tamaha. O Brahma, whatever appears to be of any value, if it is without relation to me, has no reality. Know it as my illusory energy. That reflection which appears to be in darkness. So Krishna is giving two things how we can identify the symptoms of Maya. First thing he is saying, anything which is not in relation with me is Maya. And anything which is taking me away from Krishna, that is Maya. So that's what Krishna is giving the definition. So Krishna is explaining it with the example. He is giving the example of reflection and darkness. So if somebody asks me what is the definition of darkness, what will be the answer to that? What is the definition of darkness? Absence of light. So can darkness survive without light? If sun is there, then darkness we can identify. If a person is living in darkness, for him, even light. So that's why Krishna is saying, Krishna says, as he says in Bhagavad Gita, Mama Maya Duratya. It's my Maya. So he is saying, anything which is not related to me, but at the same time, without me, even Maya cannot exist. Means, without Maya is the energy of the Lord. When Shaktiman is there, then only Shakti is there. So it is there. But the thing is, reflection and darkness. Darkness is, if you close this hall completely, stop all the light, it will be darkness. Reflection is what? You have turned away from sun. If you are standing sun towards, your face is towards sun, then light is on my face. But when I turn towards other side, then I will be seeing my shadow, my reflection. So that shadow is what? It is the absence of light. So because I have turned away from Krishna, I will be under the effect of Maya. If I am always towards Krishna, then Maya will not have any effect. Then the effect will be of Yoga Maya, another energy of the Lord which will facilitate me to go closer to Krishna. So it is the energy. So to understand the Maya, the criteria is, if I am turning the things which are, or the things or the people which are taking me away from Krishna, or when I am, I have turned away from Krishna. So that is the definition of this thing. So absence of Krishna is Maya. That is the, clearly. That's why Prahlad Maharaj here, he is saying that he is paying obeisances to that Narayana whose Maya has bewildered even these teachers, Shanda and Amaraka, who are saying that, why, how come our enemy has come and corrupted your mind, right? So, devotee don't leave any opportunity to glorify the Lord. Even if they have to tell about anything about the other people also, they will connect it with Krishna. That's why Guru Maharaj also says, Jayapatak Maharaj says, that whenever we want anything from the Lord, then if we are asking, we should ask, if you desire so, Krishna. We have our prayers, no? So there also, if we say, Guru Maharaj has added that, if you desire so, please give a good health to, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami and all other, disciples of Srila Prabhupada. So the point, is this thing that we should always remain surrendered to Krishna. We should always be under the shelter of a spiritual master and the Vaishnavas. Never think yourself independent of Vaishnavas, then the fall down will start. And with that, we will be able to have the right understanding with which we can go back to Krishna. That's what I understood from this shloka with my limited knowledge or limited intelligence. So I sincerely, request all the Vaishnavas to please bless me Whatever I have spoken, it is purely external. Unless Vaishnavas bless, then I don't think I'll be able to realize this knowledge and practice into my life. So I sincerely pray to all the Vaishnavas assembled here to bless me so that I can, whatever I speak, I have spoken, I am able to practice that into my life. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Ananta koti Vaishnavrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Sri Sri Gandharvika Giridhari Sriman Mahaprabhu ki.
Sure. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So, sorry, we do not have time for question and answers. But however, if anybody's got a question, I'm sure Prabhu will be happy to address it after the other programs today. Okay? So, firstly, before even we get anywhere, we should thank Prabhu. The kirtan when Prabhu starts is very melodious, right? But today I'm sure everybody felt even the class was so melodious, right? So beautifully talking about Vaishnavas and so many other aspects. Prabhu, thank you very much, Prabhu. There are many points. Intelligence is dormant, Prabhu said. Forget being stolen, right? In today's challenge. Then there was a definition of time. I'm sure all of us know the meaning of definition of time. Prabhu said knowledge and scrutinizingly study Srila Prabhupada's. That was one real good aspect, right? We all learned how Guru Nam was referred as teachers and then some other places spiritual master. Jiva considers all others as Prabhu. Though we keep calling everybody as Prabhu, we need to remember we are also Dasa. Yes? So, how should we have our prayers? How to stay with devotees? Don't judge. So many wonderful points were there. One nice point which struck was we are not dear. If we are not dear to Vaishnavas, we can never be dear to Guru and Krishna. So having loving relationship with Vaishnavas are key aspect. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for we hope to remember these points and implement it in our daily lives. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Can we all loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We should have you in our Kirtan Melas also, Prabhu. We are missing your Kirtan. Hopefully Prashant Prabhu notices that. Okay, so we have our regular announcements, but today, before anybody is stepping outside, I would like to say, one is, we have a special ceremony here. This is the Bharat Talent Contest which was happening. So don't leave outside. From Mataji's and Prabhuji's, don't go outside because till this function, this felicitation is over, then Gopi Geet, only then Prasadam will be served. Okay, that's the first one I want to say. Okay, today the cooking was by Rupanugas and Gandharvika Circle. And do we have Balaji Prabhu? Balaji Prabhu is here. You are there. He's okay. Do we have a garland here? Yeah. So it is Balaji Prabhu's father, late Venkatramana Chari. Have I got it right, Prabhu? It was on, his tithi was on 20th of August. Remembrance of him, this family is actually sponsoring the entire feast. Thank you very much, Prabhu. We would request Premadata Prabhu to. It is your name? Huh? Beshaj. Thank you, Prabhu. He is receiving the Mahaprasadam and garland. Shall we all loudly chant for this entire family Gauranga 3 times? Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Thank you very much. Okay. So, the rest of as always, we always remember all the others, leaders, servants, whatever we want to call them. But why? Because they engage us in all the services. Can we say Govinda 3 times for all the circle leaders? Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. And coming to the most important announcements. What weeks we have been having. right? Starting from Balram Purnima, then we had this wonderful Julan festival, and as we thought that was over, Janmashtami, and it never gets dull at Giridhari Parivar. What is next? And next, Govardhan. Something or the other keeps coming here. So, as Prabhu is saying, Radhashtami, Radharani is so merciful. And I just checked with Revati Mataji. She said that anybody can come and do those petal sevas. So please, all those people, please keep in touch with your leaders. I'm sure there are announcements reaching out. Even the beginner who wants to come and join your team or circle, they also can get the seva. So please be alert, pick up the seva, grab the seva on Radhashtami. Okay? So now over to Gangapati Prabhu, because there is this wonderful children who have done some amazing things and we're going to recognize that. Right, Prabhuji? So one request, it'll be children want to receive in front of the Lord. So can we all come closer, turn this side towards the Lordship, because post that there will be Gopi Geet. Okay, thank you. And those who are standing there, if you can just move, because there are children who need to come in, receive their gifts. These are just not normal children, wonderful children. They have really performed some wonderful things. I'm sure Gangapati Prabhu will give all the details.